child sexual abuse material. The words made no sense. Liam started shouting denials as they turned him around and cuffed his hands behind his back. Officer Reyes was there, her expression grim. She asked me to get dressed and come to the station to make a statement. I stood frozen in my pajamas watching them read Liam his rights. "This is a mistake," Liam was saying. "I don't know what you think you found, but this is wrong." Officer Reyes guided me into the bathroom and told me to take my time. Her gentleness felt ominous. I dressed in a daze, my hands shaking so badly I could barely button my jeans. When I emerged, Liam was being led out in handcuffs, still shouting about mistakes and lawyers. At the police station, Officer Reyes brought me coffee and sat across a table in an interview room. She explained that after verifying Liam's identity last night, they'd run a more thorough background check. They'd found an ongoing FBI investigation into a child exploitation network. Liam's name had appeared in connection with online forums where users traded illegal material. A warrant for his phone and computer had revealed extensive evidence of possession and distribution. The FBI had been building a case for months, and our hotel check-in had accidentally intersected with their investigation. Officer Reyes said they'd monitored Liam's phone overnight after returning it to him. They'd seen messages sent after we went to bed, messages to other network members warning that police were asking questions. He'd been planning to disappear, to leave the hotel early and go underground. The arrest this morning had been urgent to prevent him fleeing. She asked if he'd ever shown me anything concerning. Any photos or websites or conversations that seemed inappropriate? I shook my head, numb with shock and disbelief. Nothing. He'd never shown me anything like that. She asked if he'd ever photographed me in situations that felt uncomfortable, or asked me to pose in ways that seemed strange. No, just normal couple photos. She asked if he'd ever tried to introduce me to other men or suggested scenarios involving other people. No, never. She asked if he'd tried to isolate me from family and friends. I started to say no, then hesitated. He hadn't explicitly isolated me, but we had kept our relationship very private. I'd told my family about him, but hadn't brought him to family dinners. I'd mentioned him to friends, but hadn't introduced them. Was that normal privacy or strategic isolation? Officer Reyes showed me printouts of conversations from Liam's phone, recovered from encrypted messaging apps. The content made me physically ill. Discussions about meeting underage girls, sharing photographs of children, planning trips to locations known for child exploitation. The timestamps showed messages sent during our relationship, sometimes while we were together. I thought about the nights he'd been texting while I watched TV, the bathroom breaks during dinner, the morning messages before I woke up. He'd been living this parallel life the entire time. She showed me photos recovered from his computer. I couldn't look at most of them, turning away when I glimpsed enough to understand what they contained. But she made me look at one photo in particular. A young girl, maybe 13 or 14, in a hotel room. The floral comforter was identical to the ones in our room upstairs. Officer Reyes said the Riverside Inn had appeared in multiple photos on Liam's computer. He'd been here before, possibly multiple times.